Well, we've been talking a lot about women's wellness on this Wednesday, but don't think we forgot about the men. Nicole is still live from Cosmetic Skin and Laser Center to share more. Hi, Nicole.
Hello, Rochelle. Yeah, I feel like we're really giving you a tour and really showing you what can be done here. And of course, joining us on this tour this whole time is Dr. Lowe. But yes, it's the men's turn to talk. You said 30% of your patients are men.
I should clarify, 30% of our bioidentical hormone patients are men.
Gotcha.
Not 30% of the entire clinic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of aesthetic work that's done here on women, and men are not so much aficionados of the aesthetic stuff. Probably 10% of guys are doing aesthetic work.
Okay, but yeah, talk a little bit about what they are able to do with the hormones.
Sure. You know, I think we talked about women, and there's this new recognition that these hormone deficiencies are happening early, well before menopause, and then menopause is a different animal. Men, there's some new recognitions too. When I first started doing this in the 90s, testosterone replacement for low T, maybe 25% of guys over 40 had low testosterone. But as a society, our testosterone levels are coming down. They dropped as a society by over 30% between 2000 and 2012, and nobody actually knows why. And that's not junk science. That's been repeatedly clarified, and it's true. Nobody really knows why. You know, our testosterone levels in this country are down about 40% of what they were in the 70s.
Oh, wow.
So big changes, and now if you're in your mid-30s or above, maybe a 50% chance that you have low testosterone or are feeling the clinical effects of low testosterone. So a much broader problem than there's ever been before. And the scary thing is we don't know why.
Gotcha. But knowing that you're not alone, because obviously we're seeing more and more of this, and obviously these are conversations that we can have with you. Talk a little bit more about what they need to know, and as we kind of show kind of what you do here, because as you said, you know, men can get other procedures and stuff done here as well.
Absolutely. I think, you know, what men need to be aware of are the symptoms that happen, and that they should get checked if they are having symptoms just to find out.
Okay.
Nobody's going to cram the treatment down their throat, but if you know, then you can think about it and figure it out and see what you want to do. So typical symptoms: tiredness, lack of motivation, oftentimes a little bit of heaviness around the belly, right? Even I think we all suffer with that after a certain age, right? But when you're younger, you go, gee, why am I not burning fat like I used to? Why am I building up this gut even though I haven't changed my lifestyle? Low sex drive, very common one in guys who are having low testosterone, and definitely a reduction in athletic performance. Like I just don't seem to be getting the same workouts and the same recovery after workouts, and I don't seem to be seeing the results like muscle mass and weight loss. Why aren't things working for me anymore? Classic signs of low testosterone.
Yeah, so all good to know so that we are aware. So if it is happening to you, it's another thing to keep in mind and to have those talks so we can figure out what to do next. And of course, that's coming somewhere like here. So if people do want, you know, to go into this therapy or any of the other procedures, what's the best way to kind of get started?
Our website, cslcbeauty.com, and that's at the bottom of the screen, as well as the phone number.
Yeah.
And a lot of products here for guys and women.
Yes.
Hair loss prevention and treatment for men can grow up to 30% more hair. Works for women really well also.
Yeah.
And these are probably our most popular products. This is a testosterone pellet. This is how we replace testosterone in men. And IV NAD. NAD is an energy booster. It's something we have in our bodies, and a lot of men like this for recovery or for athletic events or for athletic function.
All right, look at this. If you haven't learned something, I don't know if you guys were listening, because this is all great information. And thank you so much for really breaking it down and making it less scary to come in and really be open to talk about this and really be comfortable to talk to you and of course your team. So once again, all that information can be found on our website after this airs. But thank you so much, Dr. Lowe, for really kind of welcoming us in, giving us a tour, and of course answering all of our questions.
We really appreciate it. I love to talk about it and love to see anybody who wants to come in and talk about their situation.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to send it back to you guys.